The foundation of a strong mind. Imagine standing at the starting line of your own personal race, ready to take on the world. Every goal you've set, every dream you hold in your heart, every challenge you face, they all begin in one place, your mind. Before you can lift a finger to build the life you want, you must first train the most powerful weapon you possess, your thoughts. Your mind is the command center of your entire life. It determines how you see yourself, how you see others, and how you react to every obstacle in your path. Think about it. Every achievement, every success story you've ever admired started as a single thought, a spark of belief that said, I can do this. But just as a house built on a weak foundation cannot stand, a life built on a weak mind cannot thrive. That's why the foundation of a strong mind is so important. It's about creating a mental environment where confidence can grow, where discipline can thrive, and where resilience can flourish. Building that foundation doesn't happen by accident. It's a choice. A choice to reject negativity, self-doubt, and fear. It's a choice to replace those doubts with beliefs that empower you. When you train your mind to believe in possibilities instead of limitations, you change the game entirely. You start to see opportunities where others see dead ends. You start to believe that setbacks are not the end, but merely stepping stones to something greater. Training your mind begins with self-awareness. It's about understanding the patterns that run through your head every day. Are you constantly telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or it's too hard? Those thoughts act like chains, keeping you stuck in the same place. But here's the good news. You have the power to break those chains. By consciously choosing to challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with positive, empowering beliefs, you can create a foundation so strong that nothing can shake it. Building a strong mind also means learning to control your focus. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you focus on your fears, they will grow. If you focus on your strengths, they will multiply. Every day you have the power to decide where to direct your attention. Choose to focus on progress, not perfection. Choose to focus on growth, not comparison. Choose to focus on gratitude, not scarcity. The foundation of a strong mind is built on daily choices, small but consistent actions that build resilience, confidence, and clarity. It's about setting aside time every day to invest in yourself, whether that's through reading, meditation, journaling, or simply reflecting on your goals. These practices strengthen your mental muscles just like push-ups strengthen your body. So before you chase any external success, remember this. The real race starts in your mind. Take the time to train your mind. Build a foundation so strong that nothing can break it. Because when your mind is strong, there's nothing in this world that can stop you from becoming the person you were born to be. Discipline over distraction. In a world overflowing with noise and distractions, the greatest challenge you'll face on your journey to success isn't always the competition outside, it's the competition inside. It's the battle between the voice that urges you to stay focused on your goals and the constant temptations that try to pull you away from what truly matters. If you want to train your mind, you must learn to choose discipline over distraction every single day. Distractions come in many forms. They come as endless scrolling through social media, as notifications pinging on your phone, as the latest drama on the news. They come as other people's opinions that whisper in your ear, telling you you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, that you should just settle for less. Every time you give in to these distractions, you surrender a piece of your focus, a piece of your potential. Discipline is the antidote to this chaos. Discipline is the quiet strength that keeps you on course when the world is trying to pull you off track. It's the decision to say no to what doesn't serve your purpose so that you can say yes to what does. It's the practice of staying committed to your goals even when motivation fades. Because here's the truth, motivation is fleeting. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and other days you'll want to give up, but discipline doesn't rely on feelings. It relies on commitment. It's the backbone of every success story. When you train your mind to embrace discipline, you start to see time differently. You stop wasting hours on things that don't matter and start investing your time in the things that do. You become intentional with every choice you make. You realize that every moment spent in distraction is a moment stolen from your destiny. You understand that your focus is your superpower, and you guard it fiercely. Think about the greatest achievers in history: athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and visionaries. They didn't get to where they are by allowing themselves to be constantly distracted. They built routines that protected their focus. They set boundaries that kept out the noise. They created daily habits that trained their minds to prioritize progress over comfort. Discipline doesn't mean living like a robot or denying yourself all joy. It means creating a structure that supports your dreams instead of sabotaging them. It means recognizing when to say yes and when to say no. It means understanding that every decision, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you're becoming. So take a hard look at your life right now. Where are you giving your attention? Where are you letting distractions steal your potential? Make the choice today to reclaim your focus. Train your mind to resist the urge to scroll, to compare, to procrastinate. Choose discipline over distraction. Because in the end, your focus determines your future. And when you train your mind to choose discipline every day, you become unstoppable in the pursuit of your dreams. The power of daily habits. If you've ever wondered why some people seem unstoppable, always progressing, always getting closer to their dreams, while others seem stuck in the same place year after year, the answer often lies in one simple truth. It's all about habits. Daily habits are the backbone of a strong mind. They are the small, consistent actions that shape your character, build your discipline, and lay the bricks of the future you're building. We live in a world that often glamorizes quick fixes and overnight success, but the reality is that true success, lasting, meaningful success, is never built in a day. It's built through the small choices you make every day. It's the decision to wake up early and read instead of hitting the snooze button. It's choosing to work on your goals instead of wasting hours on distractions. It's the commitment to practice self-discipline even when no one is watching. Think of your mind like a garden. Every day you're planting seeds with your habits. Are you planting seeds of growth, positivity, and strength? Or are you planting seeds of doubt, laziness, and negativity? Your daily habits determine what grows in your mind. A single good habit might seem small on its own, but over time it compounds into something powerful. Just like compounding interest can grow your bank account, compounding habits can grow your confidence, your skills, and your resilience. When you train your mind with positive daily habits, you're not just building discipline, you're also creating momentum. Every time you follow through on a small habit, you send a powerful message to yourself. I am committed. I am capable. I can do this. That builds trust with yourself. It's like making a promise and keeping it every day. And over time, that trust turns into unshakable confidence. But here's the thing. Bad habits work the same way in the opposite direction. Skipping one workout might not seem like a big deal, but if it becomes a habit, it weakens your mental muscles. Spending an hour scrolling through social media instead of working on your goals might feel harmless, but over time, it erodes your discipline. That's why it's so important to be intentional with the habits you choose. Building the power of daily habits starts with self-awareness. What habits are helping you grow? Which ones are holding you back? Start small. You don't need to change everything at once. Pick one habit you want to strengthen and focus on it every day until it becomes a part of who you are. Maybe it's journaling, meditating, reading, or simply taking 5 minutes every morning to visualize your goals. These small, daily actions create the foundation of a strong, resilient mind. So remember this, success isn't built in a day, it's built every day. Take the time to train your mind by building powerful daily habits. Because when you master your habits, you master your life. Embracing failure as fuel. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it's a straight path. That people who achieve great things never stumble, never fall, never make mistakes. But let me tell you the truth. Every success story is built on a mountain of failures. Every champion has a past filled with setbacks, rejections, and disappointments. The difference is not that they never failed, it's that they trained their minds to see failure as fuel instead of as a final defeat. Failure can either break you or build you, and the choice is entirely up to you. When you fail, it's easy to let self-doubt creep in. It's easy to think, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe this dream is too big for me. But every time you think like that, you're giving failure power over your life. Instead, you need to train your mind to see failure for what it really is: a lesson, an opportunity, a stepping stone to growth. Think about the most successful people in history. Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan, who missed countless shots and was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey, who was fired from her first job as a news anchor. What if they had let failure stop them? What if they had decided that those setbacks defined their worth? The world would be a different place. Their stories prove that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Training your mind to embrace failure starts with reframing how you see it. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, What is this trying to teach me? Every failure carries a lesson if you're willing to look for it. Maybe it's teaching you that you need to work harder, to prepare better, to be more disciplined. Maybe it's teaching you patience or the importance of resilience. Every time you learn from a failure, you become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. Another key to using failure as fuel is to stop seeing it as personal. Failure is not who you are, it's something that happens to everyone. It's simply feedback from life that says, try again, but do it differently this time. When you take failure personally, you let it define you. When you see it as a teacher, you use it to refine you. So next time you stumble, remind yourself failure is not the end. It's a chance to grow, to adapt, to evolve. It's a reminder that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone, that you're daring to dream big. Because if you never fail, it means you're not trying hard enough. Embrace failure as fuel. Let it light a fire inside you. Let it drive you to come back stronger, to work smarter, to believe in yourself even more. Because every setback is just a setup for an even greater comeback. When you train your mind to see failure as a stepping stone, nothing can hold you back from reaching the heights you were born to achieve. Surround yourself with positivity. If you truly want to train your mind to be strong, resilient, and unstoppable, you must pay close attention to the environment you create for yourself. One of the most powerful forces that shape your mindset and determine your success is the people you choose to surround yourself with. The energy they bring, the words they speak, and the examples they set can either lift you higher or drag you down. We've all heard the saying, you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's a cliche for a reason. It's true. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or criticism, it's going to be nearly impossible to maintain a strong and positive mindset. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in your potential, their energy will fuel your growth. Think about your circle right now. Who's cheering you on? Who's reminding you of your goals when you feel like giving up? Who's pushing you to be better, to aim higher, to keep going even when it's tough? These are the people you need in your life. They're the ones who see the greatness in you, even when you can't see it yourself. But positivity isn't just about people. It's also about what you feed your mind every day. The books you read, the shows you watch, the music you listen to, the social media you scroll through, all of it shapes your mindset. If you're constantly feeding your mind with negativity, fear, and drama, you're training your mind to expect the worst. But when you fill your life with positivity, with uplifting books, motivational podcasts, inspiring stories, and empowering messages, you're training your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles. That doesn't mean you ignore reality or pretend everything is perfect. It means you choose to focus on solutions instead of problems, on growth instead of excuses. It means you look for the good, even in the midst of challenges. Because positivity is not about denying the difficulties of life. It's about choosing to rise above them with a mindset that says, I can handle this. I can learn from this. I can grow through this. Building a positive environment also means setting boundaries. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your mind is to distance yourself from negativity. Whether that's toxic relationships, negative talk, or situations that drain your energy. Protect your peace. Guard your mind like a fortress, because the energy you allow in your life either strengthens you or weakens you. So, take a moment today to evaluate your surroundings. Are you surrounded by people who believe in you and support your dreams? Are you feeding your mind with positivity and inspiration? If not, it's time to make changes. Seek out mentors, join communities of like-minded people, and create an environment that empowers you. Because when you surround yourself with positivity, you train your mind to expect greatness. And that's exactly what you'll achieve. The importance of self-talk. One of the most overlooked yet powerful tools in training your mind is self-talk. The inner dialogue you have with yourself every single day. Whether you realize it or not, you're constantly talking to yourself. And the words you choose can either build you up or tear you down. Learning to master your self-talk is like having a personal coach living inside your head, ready to lift you up when life tries to push you down. Think about it. How often do you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, or I always mess up, or I'm not good enough? These negative statements might seem harmless, but they shape your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your results. Every time you say something negative to yourself, you're reinforcing a limiting belief. It's like putting a brick in a wall that separates you from your true potential. On the other hand, positive self-talk is one of the greatest ways to train your mind for success. It's the voice that says, "I've got this," even when things are tough. It's the whisper that reminds you, "I am strong, I am capable, I am worthy," even when you feel uncertain. Positive self-talk is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths, your possibilities, and your resilience. It's about being your own biggest cheerleader when no one else is. One of the most effective ways to train your self-talk is through affirmations. These are simple, positive statements you repeat to yourself regularly to reinforce your mindset and beliefs. For example, "I am enough," "I am getting stronger every day," "I learn from every challenge," or "I can handle whatever comes my way." When you repeat these affirmations daily, you start to believe them. And when you believe them, your actions follow. But positive self-talk isn't just about the big moments. It's about the small moments too. The times when you make a mistake, when things don't go as planned, when you're feeling down. Instead of beating yourself up, learn to speak to yourself with compassion. Ask yourself, what would I say to a friend in this situation? Chances are you'd be supportive, encouraging, and understanding. You deserve that same kindness from yourself. Training your mind with positive self-talk also means catching the negative thoughts when they arise and challenging them. When you hear, "I can't do this," respond with, "I may not know how yet, but I'm learning and growing every day." When you hear, "I'm a failure," remind yourself, failure is a lesson, not a label. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to respond to challenges with resilience and optimism. Remember, your mind is always listening. Every word you speak to yourself shapes the way you see yourself and the world around you. So choose words that empower you. Choose words that build you up. Choose words that train your mind to believe in the greatness that lies within you. Because the way you talk to yourself is the foundation of the life you're building. Make it strong, make it positive, and watch your mindset transform. Practice gratitude daily. If you want to truly train your mind to be unstoppable, to be focused, and to be resilient, you need to embrace one of the most transformative habits you can develop: practicing gratitude daily. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good emotion, it's a powerful mental exercise that can shift your entire perspective on life. It's like flipping a switch that illuminates your strengths, your opportunities, and your blessings, even in the darkest times. You see, most people think that gratitude is something you practice only when things are going well, but the truth is, the most powerful time to practice gratitude is when life feels hard, when you're facing challenges, and when your mind is filled with doubt or fear. That's when gratitude becomes a weapon against negativity and despair. When you start each day with gratitude, you train your mind to focus on what you have instead of what you lack. You build a mindset that says, "I am blessed to be alive. I am grateful for the people who love and support me, and I am thankful for the challenges that make me stronger." This mindset doesn't ignore life's difficulties. It simply refuses to let them define you. Gratitude also rewires your brain for positivity. Neuroscience shows that regularly practicing gratitude literally changes the structure of your brain. It strengthens neural pathways associated with happiness, optimism, and resilience, making it easier to bounce back from setbacks. It also reduces stress, anxiety, and depression, helping you maintain a positive outlook no matter what you're going through. So how can you build this powerful habit? Start small. Every morning, before you check your phone or dive into the demands of the day, take a moment to think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the smile of a loved one, or the fact that you have another day to pursue your dreams. Write them down in a journal if you can. This simple practice sets the tone for your entire day, training your mind to look for the good. Throughout the day, make it a point to pause and notice moments of gratitude. When someone shows you kindness, when you accomplish a small win, or even when you simply enjoy a good meal, acknowledge it. Say thank you, either out loud or in your heart. These moments compound, creating a powerful shield against negativity. In the evening, reflect on your day and remind yourself of the blessings you experience, no matter how small. This nightly gratitude ritual helps your mind focus on the positive before you sleep, allowing your subconscious to process the day in a more optimistic light. Practicing gratitude daily doesn't mean ignoring the challenges you face. It means choosing to focus on what empowers you instead of what defeats you. It means reminding yourself that even in the midst of struggle, there is always something to be grateful for. That mindset, that trained focus on the good, is what sets champions apart. Gratitude transforms your mind into a powerhouse of positivity, resilience, and strength. So make it a daily practice and watch how it shapes not only your mindset, but your entire life. Because when you train your mind to see the blessings around you, you become unstoppable. Commit to lifelong learning. Training your mind is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey. If you truly want to develop a mindset that can handle challenges, seize opportunities, and achieve greatness, you must commit to learning every single day. Lifelong learning is the fuel that keeps your mind sharp, adaptable, and ready to face whatever comes your way. You see, the world is constantly changing. New technologies emerge, industries evolve, and what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. If you stop learning, you stop growing. You get stuck in old ways of thinking and become resistant to change. But when you embrace learning as a daily habit, you train your mind to be curious, open-minded, and resourceful. You become a problem solver, a creative thinker, and someone who can thrive in any situation. Lifelong learning isn't just about formal education or getting degrees. It's about making a conscious choice to feed your mind with new ideas, skills, and perspectives. It's reading books that challenge you to think differently, listening to podcasts that expand your understanding, watching documentaries that inspire you to act, and engaging in conversations that open your mind to new possibilities. Every time you learn something new, you add another tool to your mental toolbox, giving yourself more options to tackle life's challenges. One of the most powerful ways to commit to lifelong learning is to develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, practice, and learning. People with a growth mindset see failure as an opportunity to learn, not a reason to quit. They ask questions, seek feedback, and embrace challenges as a chance to grow stronger. When you commit to learning every day, you also train your mind to be humble. You understand that no matter how much you know, there's always more to discover. That humility keeps you open to new ideas and allows you to learn from everyone you meet, no matter their background or experience. It helps you stay adaptable in a world that rewards those who can change, pivot, and reinvent themselves. Practical steps to cultivate lifelong learning include setting aside time each day for growth, even if it's just 15 minutes. Choose a book that inspires you, a podcast that teaches you something new, or an online course that sharpens your skills. Keep a journal to capture what you've learned and how you can apply it to your life. Make learning a priority, not an afterthought. Surround yourself with people who value growth. Join groups or communities where ideas are exchanged, where curiosity is celebrated, and where you're encouraged to push past your comfort zone. These environments fuel your growth and keep your mind sharp. Remember, a trained mind is a mind that never stops learning. It's a mind that sees every experience, good or bad, as a chance to gain wisdom, strength, and resilience. So commit to lifelong learning. Embrace every opportunity to grow. Because the stronger your mind becomes, the more unstoppable you become. Your journey to greatness begins with the choice to keep learning every single day. As we wrap up this powerful journey of training your mind, I want you to remember that this is not just a motivational talk. It's a roadmap to transforming your life. You've learned that your mind is the most powerful tool you have, capable of building the life you dream of, or holding you back in a prison of doubt and fear. The choice is always yours. Think about all the parts we've explored together: the power of self-awareness, building mental resilience, mastering self-talk, and focusing on your goals with unwavering dedication. We've talked about visualizing your success, practicing gratitude, and committing to lifelong learning. Each of these steps is like a brick in the foundation of your mindset. It's not enough to understand them in theory. You must put them into practice, day in and day out. Training your mind is about building a fortress of positivity, strength, and discipline. It's about choosing to see challenges as opportunities, to turn setbacks into comebacks, and to refuse to let the opinions of others define your worth. It's about taking responsibility for your growth and making the decision every single day to be better than you were yesterday. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't achieve greatness. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the voice inside you that says, "I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy." Remember, the opinions of others are just that. Opinions. They do not define your reality. Only you can do that. You might feel overwhelmed sometimes. You might doubt your ability to train your mind to be unstoppable. But let me remind you, every master was once a beginner. Every champion was once a dreamer who refused to quit. Every person you admire started with small, consistent steps. Steps that may have seemed insignificant at the time, Your mind is like a garden. If you neglect it, weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity will grow. But if you tend to it daily, planting seeds of positivity, gratitude, and resilience, you will harvest a mindset that is unstoppable. You will develop the discipline to push forward when things get hard, the resilience to rise after every fall, and the belief that you are more than capable of creating the life you desire. So as you walk away from this video, remember this: training your mind is a lifelong journey. Every single day is an opportunity to build yourself stronger, wiser, and more focused. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Start where you are, with what you have, and build from there. Because at the end of the day, the greatest gift you can give yourself is a mind that believes in you even when no one else does. You have the power to shape your destiny, to rise above your challenges, and to become the person you were born to be. Believe it, live it, and never stop training your mind to be unstoppable. Thank you for watching. Now go out there and conquer the world one positive thought at a time.